Everyone, this is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am diving in to my new Jeffree Star products. I am going to use the concealer, I'm going to use the powder, and we are going to feature his Alien palette today. So I am so excited to get into this beautiful palette. And this is what she looks like. Aren't those shades absolutely beautiful? So I did say I was going to swatch the shades when we get into the actual tutorial for each of these palettes. So what I'll do is do my face makeup first, and then we'll swatch the colors, and then we'll see which kind of eye look we'd like to play with. So I'm already moisturized. That's done. I'm going to prime with my Baby Skin by Maybelline. I'm just going to use a tiny little bit and put this product on my problem zones. And for concealer today, I am going to go in with my Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation in Natural Beige. And I will be blending it out with my Real Techniques Beauty, or should I say, Miracle Complexion Sponge. Okay, so foundation is all blended out nicely. And now, you don't even understand how excited I am to go ahead and use this product. So this is Jeffree Star's Magic Star Concealer. And so again, I showed it in the box when I did the haul from Beautylish, but I did not take it out of the package. So this is what it looks like. Here's the little star on top, and it looks very fancy. So this is the shade C14. And even though it seems like it should be darker, it looks really light. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this under my eyes. It's very brightening. And I've watched so many tutorials on this product already, and I just wanted to get into it and use it myself. Put a little bit on the lid. I'll put some on my highlighting areas. Okay, and this is all from one application. I didn't actually put the applicator back in the product. And as you can see, there is that little tiny hole in the middle of the applicator. So it kind of picks up a little bit more product, which is really nice. So let's blend this out and see how it works. So you guys know which types of products I have on my channel. I have my Shape Tape for concealer, and I sometimes use the Maybelline. I do have Smashbox Studio Finish 24 Hour, which it's not the best, but I also really enjoy my Too Faced. I have the Radiant Concealer, and I also have the Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, which is one of my favorites. So out of all of those products, we will kind of compare Jeffree's and see. So my sponge isn't soaking wet, so I will try using the powder to bake. But this product is blending out quite nicely, so it blends out a little stiff. I'd have to say kind of like, stiff is a bad word. Stiff. Oh god, no, I can't stop saying it. Oh, my mind is in the gutter today. So it kind of blends out like sharp shape. Wow, this is ridiculous. Tarte Shape Tape. So that is just an observation, and wow, I like the finish. So I heard from Nikki Tutorials that she said it was like a sticky, not a sticky finish, but like a dewy kind of finish. I like the way it covers. And I'm just kind of looking, I'm watching my under eye to see if it creases. So that's one application, and you guys know I usually only do one application. So we're just going to go in and set with the powder and see. It looks pretty good. It does look like maybe I have a lot of wrinkles. I don't know. It looks like it's creasing a little bit. I thought that was one of the things that it didn't crease. So this is the powder. Ugh, smells like toasted cotton candy. Oh my gosh. People have referenced it as like smoky cotton candy, but I feel like I want to say toasted. Oh yes, I love this powder. And this shade that I'm using right now is the shade Beige. And so you guys know that I also have Banana. And I got both of those shades. I thought translucent would be probably too light for me. And I didn't want to have that white cast. Like you guys know, I do not like white powders at all. But this one is probably more close to a translucent shade for me. And then the Banana will be perfect in summer. Oh my god, this powder smells so good. Okay, so I'm just going to leave the bake on for just a little bit. But I'm going to use the rest of the powder in the cap just to set my forehead wrinkles. Okay. I feel like I could eat this too. It's so bad. Don't eat your makeup. Oh my god. Okay. So far I'm loving this. And again, people have said that, you know, they love it. And they're like, oh, you're just saying that because it's Jeffree Star. Nope. Same with the lipstick. Man, it's killer. Like, I'm in love. I feel like I have a lot of concealer and like maybe not a lot of lipstick, but I'm going back to that Morphe store. Oh yeah, I'm going to go back and see if they have any of these powders because I need more. Like, it is true, like the prices are fairly cheap for like what you pay for, but for the amount of product you get, it's not that good compared to some other brands. So keep that in mind. But it's Jeffree Star. Need I say more? Okay, so while we let this bake, I think I'm going to go in and do my contour. I'm going to use my Tarte Park Ave Princess because I always do, and because I don't have another good contour palette except for my Kat Von D. So just to let you guys know, I did place an order for my Sephora VIB Rouge, and I will do a haul for you guys soon. Promise. Okay. All I can smell is cotton candy. So actually, I want to let you guys know like the products that I wanted to get and I couldn't find. So, okay, I'm a little disappointed. I was watching a YouTube video, and I guess the Tarte Icy Beige palette. I know it sounds like I'm saying Icy Beige. I'm not. The packaging. So like I guess the sticker comes off, and it's like Tarte used old packaging from a different palette. Which I guess as long as the product is new, the packaging doesn't matter, but it just, I don't know. I'm sure there have been lots of other companies that have done that, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. Especially if you're like a multi-million-dollar company. And the one product that I really want and that I cannot get because it's not in stock is the Fenty Beauty, I think it's like the Lava Body Oil or the Lava Body something or other. And she's got 3 shades. One is gold, one is bronze, and one is a nude rose gold. And of course I wanted the nude rose gold, and it is not available. that is the one I want, and I'm holding out for it because I really want it. Okay, you guys, so I went and I finished my contour off camera, and I did take advantage of it, and I did my eyebrows. So I did use all my Anastasia favorites. So my Brow Whiz in medium brown, I used my Dip Brow Pomade in ash brown, and my clear brow gel. So I'm just going to take my Sigma F06 and wipe away my bake. And we'll see what the outcome of this is. This stuff smells so good. Okay. So it's pretty good. I would definitely wear this for a date night, but I would probably double up on the coverage. But it honestly covers the same as pretty much all of my concealers. I'd have to say maybe not quite as much as Shape Tape, but pretty close. And I think I like the consistency of it. So people say it's thinner. I'm not really sure if I guess it was thinner, but it wasn't really more liquidy, if that makes sense. But I like the finished result. I think it looks fantastic. So now I'm going to go in with my Tarte Blush Bliss blush palette. Excuse me. And I'm just going to use my F10 powder blush brush. And I'm actually going to just stick with this first color here. It's called Genuine, and it's a little bit more of a salmon color here. Sorry if there's a little bit of a background noise. It's just my son watching his iPad in the room with me here. Okay, so we're blushing the cheeks. And now I've got a clean canvas. I'm so excited to go ahead and do these swatches for you guys. So we'll do the swatches on my arm. So I might just do it right here. This is probably the best skin to do it on. And hopefully I have enough fingers. Okay. So first of all, I have to report on the smell. It does smell kind of chemical smell. So it's not like it smells like any of the Tarte products or the Too Faced products. And again, if the formula is great, that I don't even care. Like, who cares, right? But so I'm gonna just go across on each of these rows here. So the first swatch is Pluto. Oh, I don't want to wreck the little stars. Oh my god. Okay, so Pluto is here. So it's kind of like a shimmery white color. Then we have Titan, which is a more neutral beige, and that's definitely a matte. That is really pretty, and I'd probably use that to as a base on my lid. The next is called Alien, which I love. Oh my god, that is so pretty. You guys can see that. That is like bright, sparkly green. I really want to do a green look with this palette. And I think for like next, like St. Patty's Day, it'll be super fun. This next shade is Interstellar, so it's this one here. And it's kind of like, I'd have to say, like a beigey, sparkly color. Maybe, I don't know. It looks kind of almost like a light gold, but there we go. Okay, so next is Abduction. So we're going to the second row here. Oh, that's pretty. That's a very bright matte green. Like that. The next is UFO. So this looks like green gold. Oh, so pretty. Definitely a sparkly green gold. And then this next one is Gravitea, which is more of a transition color, which I like in a palette. This next is Martian Soil, so it's kind of like, I don't want to call it like a pukey color. for lack of a better expression, that is so pretty. And then moving along, we've got Flying Saucer, which is this dark green color. So pretty. Okay, so we're just going to move the arm here. Oh, wow. Very matte, very vibrant. Then Phone Home, which is, it's almost like a mauve color, but I would still use that as like a darker transition color. And then we've got Moon Rock, which is more of a gold. Okay, so this one might transfer. So I use the green finger, so I'm going to do that swatch again. Should have just done that in the first place here for you guys. So there we go. Well, it's very similar, but that's Moon Rock, so it's a gold. So this is the green gold here, and then this is more of like, I guess a dark green gold, but that's more of like a real gold is what I would say. Okay, then we've got X-Files, which again is another transition color, kind of like more of like a darker brown, browny gray. This is definitely more of a gray color. It's called Ghost OG. Ghost OG, definitely darker, darken up the outside crease. This next one is called Area 51, and it's purple, man. Whew. Wow, definitely matte, definitely gorgeous. There, whoa. Okay, and then the next one here is called Space Cowboy, and it looks like a sparkle or maybe a shimmer. Or maybe it's a satin. Here, let's see what it looks like. I'll put it down here. So, okay, definitely a satin, and it's like a dark brown, very warm tone color. This next one is Probe, and it looks like a sparkly greeny gray black shade. Very pretty. And then we've got Tall Gray, which is literally a gray color, so that could also be a really nice transition for green. That's really pretty. And then, of course, the last shade here at the bottom, which is Black Hole. And that is definitely a matte black. Very nice. So there you can see there are a lot of green tones, that purple, and even this like mustardy color. I'm not going to call it a pukey color, definitely mustard. That is very interesting. And I was kind of getting inspiration. I was watching some YouTube channels last night, and I really want to do a yellow look. Like, I don't know what popped into my head, but now I just want to do like a bright yellow look on my eyes, which is crazy, but it's almost summer, and I'm going to call it my Spring Sunshine eye look. Okay, so we're just going to wash off the fingers, and then we'll get into the eye look. So now, when I look at this palette, I'm tempted to just go right into the greens, but I'm going to start with Titan. I'm just going to put it on my E50 fluff brush, and I'm going to put this all over the lid, just to give it a nice starting base, and make sure that there were no areas where I didn't catch it. My lid with powder. And when these shades are available in palettes, I always like using them. Unless, of course, I'm doing like a concealer look where I just go straight in with the color, which I've done a couple of those. Okay, so next we are going to take an E40, and I'm going to go in with Gravitea. And this is going to be our transition color here. So yes, I want to have a green look because I've been dying to use this. And I mean, I could do a green and purple look, but I've done a couple of purple looks already on my channel, and I haven't really done, well, I have done some green. I've done one that was kind of like a teal color, which was really pretty, but just kind of an all-over eye look. And then another one was with a Tutti Frutti by Too Faced collection. And then I think I also did one with the Aurora Lights, if I'm not mistaken. And it's really pretty, but this palette blows everything else out of the water. And I don't even remember when this first came out, but should look into it. And I don't know if you guys, if anyone else has any of Jeffree's palettes, if you can give me any recommendations on the Androgyny or the Thirsty palette, and I think there's one more palette, and I really like those colors. But any of the palettes that kind of came before Alien and Blood Sugar and Blue Blood, if you guys know, if you can give me a recommendation, just leave a comment on this video and let me know. Because now that I've tried Jeffree's makeup, I think I want to buy all of them. So I'm just building up this transition color a little bit. And I think I'm just going to go into the green now because I don't want it to be a neutral look. I mean, I have this gorgeous palette. I'm just deciding what to do. Oh, I totally know what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm actually going to use Abduction next. I know it's really, really bright, but I have a plan. So we're going to use a tapered blending E35 by Sigma. I'm going to put some of this Abduction on my brush and just add this to the crease and just change the color a little bit from that brown shade and add this like bright green. I can't even call it a lime green because it's not. But when I add it to this brown on my lid, it's kind of turning into that. So I really am going to blow this out. And now, because my makeup's already done, I'm just going to make sure I tap my brush at every point. And this is sometimes when I like to add a little bit of powder underneath my makeup, especially when we go into the darker shades. So I'm just going to continuously build this color up here and just blend it into the transition shade. And that's actually really pretty. It's going on fairly light, but I'm really blending here. Okay, we're just going to add a little bit more pop of color to each of the legs. Blend. I'm going to go back into the original brush and just blend this up a little bit higher here. I'll add a little bit more gravity to the brush now and bring it up here. Oops. And there is a lot of fallout with this palette, but that is okay because again, if the formula applies amazing, which it is, I do not care. Okay, I'm going back in with my E35 and adding more abduction and just continuously blending here. Okay, so next I'm actually going to go in with a little bit of Alien. So I'm going to use the same brush, the E35, and just blend over top the lime green here now. And now I'm also going to bring this color out and round out my outer eye corner here a little bit. And just to kind of bring it down. And so I'm just going to continuously wipe away any fallout that I may have. Okay, and now I'm going to take an even smaller brush now. So I think what we're going to do is go in with the Buff and Blend E39, but I am going to wet my brush with MAC Fix Plus. And now I'm going to do something very scary. I'm going to go in with the shade Flying Saucer with my wet brush. And I'm just applying this to the outside here. And we are going to let it dry. Okay, so now we're going to let that shade dry. But that just got like a really dark pop of color. And now I'm going to go back in with this E35 again. And equal amounts, I'm going to mix Alien and Abduction. And now we're going to blend out this dark color. So we're going to blend the edges up here a little bit. We'll do this in sweeping motions and also on the lid. Now this is going to be very hard to blend because we have already wet the brush, but we should just be able to keep at it. Same thing with this eye. So it's still got a harsh line, but what we're going to do is do a cut crease and see what we can do with that mustard color, because the mustard color is calling my name. It's not just calling my name, it is yelling my name. Oh, that is so pretty. So I'm just going to bring this dark color out a little bit here because the other side looks like that and it looks so pretty. So I find it's quite difficult to blend out that dark green color, but just keep at it. And now I'm going to go back in with the original one that I applied Gravatea on, the E40 here, and just blend out this top line here with Gravatea. And I'm not really adding extra product to the brush. I just want to blend out any harsh lines and blend it up into the crease. So with looks that are this colored, it really helps to have some extra time because sometimes they take a long time to blend. And now I'm going to apply a cut crease, and I think it's just going to be, it won't be a complete full lid cut crease, but I will use, what should we use? I'm going to use my MAC Prolong Paint Pot, Prolong Wear Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, and I'm just going to apply it with, I'm going to use, it says concealer brush, this is, I don't even know, it says Bow Kashi or something, it's a Paris brush, I don't know, I can't even read the name because it's in handwriting. This concealer works so nice. It's very sticky and pretty thick too, so it really covers up any color. Okay. Okay, so I think that's all I want to do there. And then we're going to take a even smaller brush. Which brush do we want? I'm going to use my Firm Shader E57. And now I'm going to go in with that mustard color because it's calling my name. So I'm just going to use a dry brush, and we're just going to pack this color on wherever the concealer was applied. Whoa. That is one potent color. Okay. So now we're going to go in with our original E35 and just see if we can blend out the edges here between the dark and that really bright mustard color. And I'm not adding any new product on the brush, I'm just blending the edges here. But I do want to darken up the outside just a little bit. So I'm going to take an even smaller brush now. This is an Exact Blend E32 by Sigma. And I'm actually going to use Ghost OG. It's kind of like a dark gray, kind of like a black, but just not quite as dark as a black. And we're just going to add it closer, really close to the lower lash line here, kind of up into the crease and around the outer V. And then what I might also do is just add a little bit of Flying Saucer, so 1 part Ghost OG and then Flying Saucer. Okay, so that looks really sufficiently dark. And now I'm going to bring Alien down on the lower lash line because we can. So I'm going to use a smudge brush. This is the E21. Tiny little brush here. And we will connect it with the top lid, but I want to keep the outside dark and keep this pretty color on the lower lash line. I'm going to go in with that little bit larger brush where we added the dark color to the outside, dip it into Flying Saucer, and just add a little bit to the bottom lash line on the outer corner, and then we're blending it up into that dark color here. Okay, and now wipe away any fallout once again. I'm going to go in with this E35, the original one I've been using, and just kind of buff out the lower lash line and blend those colors together. And the same with this outer dark V here. So I want to gently blend that V into the transition color up yonder. Using this brush to blend all the colors together. And the more I'm looking at this eye look, it kind of reminds me, honestly, of like a fall day. So this is something that I would go back to when it's fall and kind of like mustard colors with like sometimes some leaves. It looks really cool. And at the same time, kind of makes me look like an alien. Totally bad joke. And I'm going to go in and highlight. I'm actually going to use the highlight shade, so Pluto, and I'm just going to add a little bit to the inner corners. And normally I don't ever go for like a really crazy bright highlight, but this look is a little dark. I usually just add like my regular highlight to my inner corners, but I'm going to use my Flower Beauty palette, and I figured this would just be like really, really bright. It's actually quite pretty. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of this to the brow bone as well. Very pretty. And now I will line my upper lash line. So I'm just using Tarte Sex Kitten. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go in with my Flower Beauty palette. Here we go. And I'm going to use the gold shade only because I have that really pretty mustard color on my lid and I want to use the gold. So I'm just using a soft blend concealer F64 here. That's it. And then we'll quickly line the lips. So I'm using my Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in 09 Space. And we are going to use Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in Celebrity Skin because why not? And done. Okay, so now it's time for mascara, and we'll probably put on some lashes just to see what this looks like with lashes. So we will be right back. Okay, you guys, so I put these crazy lashes on, you can see there. And I'm just actually going to add some of Jeffree Star's I'm Nude to the middle of my lips because I want them to have a little bit of dimension. So just right here. And I'm going to pat it in with my finger. And that is the completed look. So I did put a little bit of this Morphe setting spray all over my face. And I don't know what it is about lashes. They just kind of complete the look. So I did actually add a little bit more of that inner corner highlight. I just wet my brush and I added the shade Pluto to the inner corner and I just kind of packed it on to give it more of a dramatic finish. And that is it. So that is the finished look, you guys. So let me know in the comments below, like, do you have this palette? And if so, what's your experience like? Do you still use it? Because I know it was released a long time ago, so it's not brand new, but it is new to me. So I'm going to have so much fun with this. And I'm so excited about these crazy lashes. I just love it. And I'm so happy that I got it. So until next time, everybody, have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you very soon. Bye for now.